Right. So this is probably the easiest way to understand women, right? And I made this just for you to understand easier because they're not that hard to understand, right? In a foundational way or basis, they're easy. Like let's all be honest. It's just this part which becomes hard. Yeah, you need to have it off. I'll explain this what this is after, right? So this is you, right? You have this little sword, which is your confidence, right? The more XP you get by defeating these bosses, the better your sword will get, right? But that's not you right now. This is you right now, right? And you're gonna approach this one girl. She's a boss, right? Let's say it's your first girl approaching outside or something, and this is her first bar. Every bar was like 2 bars, maybe even 3, but that's like deeper stuff. I'll probably explain that in another video, but I'll explain these two first because they're the most simple things. So the first bar is the anxiety, is her anxiety level, right? You need to attack that up until she gets to 0. You have to do it as quick as possible, right? This was the shortest one. Well, shorter than this by far, because this is the long game, right? There's the just to like make her feel safe or make her think that you're not gonna do anything to her when you're approaching her, right? And making sure that you're not a weirdo, because girls get approached by weirdos all the time, right? So I put 101 because they're way more scary when you approach them. Well, some of them. I'll say some of them more scared, right? So what you need to do is attack that all the way till it gets to 0. And ways to do that, you have to match a vibe. I just had to understand because you need to approach the multiple women to understand their vibe and match it. For example, one Saturday, last Saturday, I approached a girl, a black girl actually. So every race will be different, right? Like you have to act a bit different to every race. So I approached a black girl, and I just said, I can't remember what I said. Oh yeah, I said I like you, right? I didn't even say anything else before that. I said in an African accent, right? I said, oh, move. I was thinking, what should I do now? I said, I put it in an African accent as well. I said, oh, you move, right? Honestly, I wasn't attracted to her because I didn't want to speak to her that much. I was just doing it for the love of the game, right? Just to approach girls. And the fact that she was making that accent just put me off as well. But I still wanted to like speak to her, right? Just for the love of the game. And as soon as I said that, she said, "Oh, I like you." I was thinking, okay, so that's one thing I want to put in my book, right? So you have to match that level, right? You have to match what they're doing or what they're thinking. Then this is different from this. This is way different from this, by the way. Here you have to match their level, and this I'll explain after. You don't have to match their level. Sometimes, but not always, right? Here you have to match their level, match what they're thinking, match what they're doing, right? And as soon as you get to 0, right? Like what you have to do is just ask for the number or something and just leave, right? Right. So I've explained the blue one in like a foundational way, right? Explain the foundations of blue. I'll explain more what you have to do when you're approaching them, like how to close it and stuff, right? But let's get to the red one now. And this is the long one. Because as soon as you get your number, actually, before I get into that, let me tell you something when you close, right? This is when you close and get her socials. But what I do, I don't know if it will work to like for anyone else. I do this every time, right? When I'm with a girl, right? When I'm with a girl and when I'm speaking to her, Yeah, so obviously when I'm speaking to a girl, right, and when I'm trying to close, I just say, listen, right, because I completely changed the mood. This is where you get to this a little bit, right? This changing the mood a little bit, and you know why I'll say this. When I'm saying, I mean, what, why I'm saying change the mood. So I'm changing the mood because let's just say you're having a conversation, you're laughing and stuff. Immediately you stop laughing, you say, listen, right? She'll stop laughing, she'll be confused, right? She'll be confused on what you're thinking at that moment. So she's interested in what you're thinking at this moment, right? You take a bit slow to speak now. You slowly start pointing out your fingers, right? You put out three fingers. You say, I want your Insta. Oh shit. I say I want your Insta number, Snapchat. At the moment, I don't have Insta, Snapchat, or yeah, I don't have Insta or Snapchat because I deleted them. But this is what you have to do. Ask for the three of them. If they say no, you can only have nothing. One of them, they don't like me, right? So that's just an indicator. If they give the three, she's interested in you, right? And obviously, you just well before this, you have to call her something, right? Let's just say you look like no, you can't say you look like something because she'll get offended. You have to say something funny, right? Or you just have to. Sometimes you can call her something. Say you look like I don't know. Let's say you look like Mary from I don't know from somewhere, right? Let's say from a movie. And now remember that she's I called her Mary from something there from a movie. And now we get into this, and now we're texting her, right? Now we're texting. Don't text straight away. Actually, you can, right? Depends where you are. If this is after a club or a party, when she drunk or something, don't text straight away. She'll be hungover, she'll be annoyed and stuff, right? If there's just a random place, you can text straight away. Just say, hey, and then when you call her, right? Say, hey, Mary, right? You can say that because that's not a real name, right? She'll remember who's this, and they said, oh, it's that guy. So that's how you get her to remember you, right? And instead of like starting the conversation dry, she's already laughing. Like she texted with something. I don't know. She would text something, right? In a joking manner. So you already started like laughing and stuff with it. Because normally when you text a girl, it's normally dry. You ask her where she's from and stuff, right? And that's you don't know what to say after that, right? So you already started off good. So let's say after like a couple of minutes or hours of texting, right? I'll take hours to text, so I'll say a couple of hours or something. I don't advise you to do it like a couple of hours. Text her like every like 5 minutes or something. So even if you see it straight away, just text after 5 minutes. Uh, Obviously, don't text her for too long, right? You have to arrange a meeting somewhere. It can be anywhere, but you can take it anywhere. They don't actually care where they go, right? As long as like, as long as they can see you there, it's fine, right? You can go hiking, it doesn't matter, right? And let's say you took a hike, right? So you're with her, because it's way better to destroy this bar, not destroy actually, because it doesn't make sense what I want to explain, but it makes sense. Like what? Like it's way easier in person to do it other than text. In text, you don't get anything done. Trust me, it's too hard. Well, it's not too hard. It's just like it's useless. They don't care about texting. They just want to see you in person, right? So you have to be fun straight away as soon as you meet them, right? Carry on calling her Mary. Just create an inside joke or something, right? Just create an inside joke with her. So remember that inside joke. So just laugh every time. Sometimes she'll fake laugh. It doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter. Okay. So as soon as this happens, right, you have to be a bit weird, right? How well this is hard, right? Normally it works for me because I'm 6'3" black and stuff, right? Like I can do this if I want to. But if I was just a normal guy, I would do this on a second time meeting, right? I would do this on a second time meeting. But what I do, I just change the mood every time, right? So you know how I did it here, both laughing, and I just stop laughing straight away and I say, listen, I get closer to her. I say, I want your blah blah blah, right? And it works. So you have to change the mood a lot, right? So let me go here. I don't even know why I do that. But so instead of getting this bar down to zero, this is the mood bar, right? You can't get it to zero. I can get it to zero because I'm a chat, right? But I'll advise you to get it to from 100% to 10% every time, and then 10% to 100, 100 to 10%. Just get it down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Not fast, right? But you have to do it a lot every day, right? And that'll work because she can't constantly stay here while she's just speaking to you. It won't work. She has to not hate you, but like she has to think, she has to see the a bit weird side of you, right? When I say weird, I don't mean like touching and stuff like that. Like just say random bullshit, like I don't know, just lie about your friends. Like I'll do this. I already told my friends out. I told my friends as soon as I go me and go, I'll tell them, yo, I'm gonna lie about you guys. I don't care what you think, right? And they just let me do it, right? I say, I don't know, my friend, just create a random story if you don't know what to speak about, right? I say bullshit. Like I told 3 girls in one day, right? I told them that I was in a rooftop, right? I was in a rooftop, and it's just random because I didn't know what to say, right? I was in a rooftop and I jumped down, did 4 backflips, and there was 4 guys in suits, black suits with glasses, trying to shoot me, and I was dodging all of them, and then I kicked the 3 of them at the same, well, the 4 of them at the same time, and they all died. And they would just say, "Oh yeah," and just say, you just act like it's true, right? Obviously in a jokey way, but it's just to actually like just say random bullshit. Like sometimes you can say fake stories and make it seem like it's real, right? Like I'll say, "Oh, my friend once said that." I don't know. I don't know. Your friend once said something. Don't say anything that would diminish your friend's character, right? Don't actually do that. Just say one of my friends did blah blah blah, and don't say their name, right? You can say that. It doesn't, bro. No one's gonna care, right? I wouldn't care if my friend did that to me. Unless it's bad and we're trying to get into you, man, or something. Yeah, just get it open down, open down, open down, open down. Right? She'll like you way more. If you get it open down, right? You have to change the mood a lot. Or not their mood, her mood. You don't have a mood. You have to adapt to what she's feeling like. And eventually she'll adapt to what you're feeling like over time. That's why girls like to adapt, like the the language of you, right? And she will get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you'll get bigger, right? So will you. obviously you get bigger and so you get smaller, right? And so you just start adapting to each show revolve around you. And don't create like if you actually want to fuck, right? What I don't know if this will work to a normal person, but well, I don't even have to explain this, but so I have a way to say this, right? And I think it will only work if you're a Chad, but still try it because there's plenty of girls you can try it to, right? What I say to them, I normally say this while we're on FaceTime, right? Sometimes in person, but I tell them in fantasy, right? Because girls want to be married, they want kids and stuff, right? I tell them we're getting married in exactly 10 years, right? 10 years from now on. And I said this when I was like 18, I'm 19 now. And as soon as I go speak to them again, because I don't really speak to the girls I speak to, right? I just randomly like call them and stuff. And they'll start saying like, oh, you haven't spoken to me in so long. And I say, oh, we'll get married in. Because let's say I told them we'll get married in 10 years, right? Let's say I spoke to him 3 months after. I'll tell them we get married in 9 years. And wait, let me do it here actually. 9 years and 9 months. I always say exactly 9 years and 9 months anyway. Say we'll get married in 9 years and 9 months anyway. Think, oh, you're actually remembering that. They'll think it's just a joke, right? But I normally don't count this, right? Because I'm speaking to a girl, and I just say random numbers now. I say 10. I say 9 years and 7 months now. I don't actually keep count. I don't actually remember the time I told her, right? But just say it because they're not remembering as well. But just make sure you say like a number. Don't say flipping 9 years and 6 months, 1 month, and then a month after you say 9 years and 7 months because they actually remember that. And this will actually make them think. They won't think that you're serious about it. They'll just think like, why are you actually thinking about this? You're actually thinking about when we're not speaking 3 months, and they'll say fuck that, right? Like it doesn't matter if he doesn't speak to me in 3 months. And there's a way you can actually like just get sex and no relationship because you don't have to speak to her every time, right? And make it obvious that you're speaking to other girls, right? You have to make it obvious, even if you're not speaking to other girls, you have to make it seem like you speak to other girls. Surround yourself around friends that speak to girls as well. If your friends don't speak to girls, you guys just go to the club and speak to girls, right? If you're not young enough, and let's say you're 17, just get fake ID, bro. And if you're just 16, and it'll be obvious, just socialize more, right? Just socialize more in school. I'll make a video about socializing and how to be like popular while being a normie, right? But I'll make a video another day, maybe like 3 months. I'll probably be posting like every 3 months or something. But what was I saying about this? Oh yeah, that's how you can get sex while not speaking to them that much because you can just call them randomly like in 3 months when you feel like it. Just say this and I don't know, just start chatting a lot of shit, and they'll start saying like, "Oh, you speak to other girls." And this not like they've been thinking this for the 3 months that you didn't speak to them. They just randomly, like the moment you just wait, the moment you just called her and said, "Oh, it's been 3 months. He's been chatting to the girls." Not like she was actually speaking to, I mean, thinking about the 3 months, right? So you have to say no, right? But not say no like you actually wasn't. If you get what I say, why are you thinking that, right? Do you think I'm a, well, I say slag because I'm in the UK, right? Or you think I'm I don't know. And I say I don't get girls, right? And I laugh right after. I laugh right after. And they won't actually say, "Oh, you're lying." Just keep that in their brain. He's actually speaking to the girls. But what girls don't like, it's not that you're speaking to other girls. It's the fact that you're speaking to other girls and telling them that you're speaking to other girls. You have to make it seem like you don't really care if she thinks that you're speaking to other girls, right? You have to make a facade. You have to lie to them. I don't lie because I don't speak to other girls. I actually can't be bothered to speak to other girls, right? It's not about me. I don't even know what I'm speaking about. About, let's say, let's say, like, um, there's a way you can like just keep like, there's a way you can just keep putting the 100%, 10%, 100%, 10%, 100%, 10%. It works, right? Like speak to them, not speak to them for like, I wouldn't say 3 months. I take it overboard because I'm a child. Obviously, I can do it, and I know what I'm doing, right? But I would say just stop speaking, not 2 weeks, because they'll just think, "Oh, he's not speaking to me no more." Do like a month, right? I'll say a month. 2 weeks is like, they'll think, as soon as you stop speaking to them for 2 weeks, they'll think, "Oh, he's not speaking to me no more." And if you pop up in 2 weeks, they'll think, "Oh, why is he speaking to me now? I'm not speaking to him." If you do like a month, or even a month and a half, I'll say a month and a half is better, right? Month and a half, start speaking to them. The mood is here. As soon as you call them, it's gonna be here. Make a laugh, it's gonna be here. FaceTime, boom, here. It's gonna be here. And while you're meeting her, you back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Obviously not fast, obviously. That's gonna be too overboard. But you have to do it throughout the day, right? And you always have to end your your call or your meeting with her on 100%. If you wouldn't stop speaking to her for weeks, you have to keep it here so she can have a good impression of you. She'll forget about this. Like she'll tell her friends about this, right? But she won't care. Like she only remember about this. She only remembers the good parts. Her friends would tell her, "No, bro, like remember this and this and this." No, she'll remember this. Trust me, right? And you'll get to a point where her friends start to get involved, right? And there's a bit of black magic. Well, it's not black magic. I don't even know why I said that. That's another video, right? I'll tell you how to actually enchant a girl. Another video, right? But yeah, friends will eventually start getting involved. Probably think you're an asshole, right? But if you're a chat, shit, they won't care. As soon as they see you, they'll just forget about that shit, right? Let's say like look average, right? See, look average. If you're below 5 and her friends see you, then you won't get the friends. Trust me. Unless you're funny as fuck, and you made them forget. Like you have to be. When it comes to girls, right? You can either, I wouldn't say money, right? You can have money and never get the money. You can have money, never get the money, and it'll work. And they'll start liking you, friends, right? But you also need Status, right? Let's say I don't say status like how famous you are and stuff. It's who knows you and who you know, right? And what other girls think about you and stuff. If it's all negative, then no, you are this. You have to keep this here, right? If no girl knows you, then it's gonna be hard. There's also obviously if you're a child, if you're like a 7 out of 10 or something, looks you can have this as well. And what else? I forgot about one. But yeah, you can have. Well, I don't even know what I was typing. You can have if you're funny, right, or your personality or something, right, and you have to have at least one of them maxed out. I have probably like, if I'm gonna be honest, right, I'm here. At the moment, I'm here, right? And it's not like I'm funny. Like I can be funny, like you can go. It's whenever I feel like I'm. But yeah, let's see. You need to have something like this, right? You need like one that you're maxed out on, when you're mid up, and the rest can be whatever, and it won't matter, right? And you'll get girls like this, right? Or not girls. It's just for like multiple girls, right? If you want friends, if you want to get to friends, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to get to friends, right? If you want to friends, if you want to friends, right? Obviously, it'll be hard to like get all the all of the friends, right? It's probably impossible, right? You need money at this point. At this point, you need money maxed out. Anything else, then you can have zero. Actually, status you can have like mid and money maxed out to have all three of them. I mean, all four of them and stuff. And that's if they're gold diggers, right? If you want to take them on yachts or something. I'm speaking of like average people. I'm speaking about brokies right now, right? And what you can do with manipulation and that. So obviously you need one of these maxed out, right? And one thing you can actually max out, like let's say your max potential looks is 5. Everyone can have 5 looks potential, bro. That's in my opinion, by the way. Like no, the black Peter's the other one. Anyways, so yeah, you can max out your personality. I don't really bother doing it because I don't really need it, right? And my personality can be up here if I really wanted to, but I don't really bother trying, right? And so yeah, you can max this out if you can't get this maxed out. This I explained in another video how you can get this maxed out, right? So if you get this maxed out, you can only entertain the 4 of them. And as this happens, right? Let's say one of the girls, right? Let's say you're the first one, and you get introduced to the 3 of them, and eventually, one day, hopefully, you get added to a call with her friends, right? And her friends are not thinking like, "Oh, what's he doing here?" Like you have to speak a lot while you're on the call. You have to speak a lot. And let's say they have a new friend. Like let's say this is the new friend, right? Say this is a new friend. And she came, oh no, she's a new friend. And as soon as that happens, well not as soon as you realize that she's a new friend, just say, "Oh, she's my wife," or "She's my second wife." Never say she's my, well, you can say she's my wife, but say she's my second wife. And she won't really like this girl, this young one. She remember that you're meant to get married in 10 years as a joke, like as a joke, right? Well, she'll take it serious because it's meant to be like an inside joke between the both of us. You're now sharing it with her, don't do it with the rest, right? Because that's too overboard. I should just think that you're joking. Because this, this, she'll think like, because she knows it's a joke, but the joke is serious, right? She'll take it serious, like, right? Because you're always saying it. You remember this, like the time going down, you keep on saying it, right? But as soon as you tell her, it's like you were a friend, right? But she's new, so she can't get angry at her, and she can't get angry at you. So, um, at work, right? At work, and if you do it too much, then because you have to know when to stop, right? Because the weird part is she won't care anymore. She'll just crash out at you. She won't crash out at her. She'll just tell her girl, her friend, say, she'll just tell her friend, she'll just tell her friend, oh, I fuck him, just break up with him. I broke up with him already, right? And yeah, it won't work if you do it too much, right? And all of them will go. You couldn't even speak to these girls, right? Because you need to be friends with all of them. Because if you, let's say something bad happens to both of us, right? Well, not bad. Let's say she doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. You can still speak to the other ones. Or let's say you actually go with her. I don't advise you to like have a girlfriend, but let's say you go with her and she cheated. Then you can speak to these three. It'll work. Trust me. But that's a way you can speak to the four of them equally. Well, that's how you can speak to four of them. Because if you're just speaking to her and you know if she sees you just speak to the three of them in a sneaky way, then she won't like it. She'll just tell you to leave the call, right? But if you're blunt and you say, "Oh, we get married in 10 years," right? She'll just say like, "Oh, I can't say anything about this," and she won't really care because she'll just think it's a joke, right? And as soon as that happens, you can speak to all of them equally, right? But you can't tell all of them that we're getting married in 10 years. These two have to think that you're getting married to them too, right? Don't be against it a bit and say, "Oh, I know what type of like why and stuff like that." It doesn't matter. You can carry on a conversation like that, and no one will think that you're playboy, right? But they won't actually say it. If they actually call you that, just say, "What the hell?" Yeah, just actually say that. Just say, "What the hell?" Right. I think I'm gonna end it there because it's just a simple way to understand women, right? It's not like the hardest. Like I could explain the complexity behind it and stuff, but it's just the. I think I'm gonna end it there because this was just like an easy way to understand women, right? It's not like the complex way. I'll explain that like each. Maybe I would explain each bar in the next video, right? Maybe it'll come like in 3 months or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna be posting. This is gonna be my first video, so depends on the route I want to take, right? But I already have some videos in mind what I'll make, like max, like these 4 things. Maybe there's another one, but I can't think about it. Maybe I'll think about. I mean, maybe I'll make a video about this inside jokes that are meant to be taken seriously. This, I already explained this. Like, it's not hard to understand, right? I already explained the easy way, right? I'll explain each bar in separate videos, probably. But this is just like an easy way to understand, right? You have to think of them as bosses and just demolish this bar to zero. This bar will just appear and just keep going to from zero to 100 to 10 every time. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so I'll make a video about different stuff about this. What's this? Oh yeah, things to say for them to remember you when you speak to them, because a bunch of people approach them. You can't say, "Hey, it's me. I posted yesterday." Like she won't remember that shit, bro. And, and yeah, I'll tell you how to like text them and it'll work, right? And I'll explain this as well, like just random bullshit stories. It works, right? So yeah, I'll see you guys in like 3 months in the next video. 3 months, 5 months, I don't know, for 2 years, I don't know. But yeah, bye.